back for another video. My name is Josh Kasich, and today is my Pokemon anime review, or specifically Series 1 through 7. Reason why there is an 8th series right now, but that is actually currently out in the process, and it's not fully finished yet. And honestly, at this point, I don't know if I'm going to watch it or not, because I don't know how I'm going to be able to watch it, because right now it's on Netflix, and I'm very I just do not like streaming services. I don't like them, and I have no intention to ever pay for one, ever. So I mean, obviously, as eventually, I'm going to make my own film company, eventually, or after I make it big and stuff. And obviously that's where stuff is at. So I probably wouldn't have any choice. I would have to make a streaming service. But other than that, I don't really have a choice in that matter. But I just don't want to do that. So we'll see where that goes. But right now I finished series 1 through 7 because I do own the entire series on DVD, including the movies. So I was able to. I just finished it recently, and I started this way back January, I think. So you can see how long, maybe even further. But you can see how long the series is. But essentially, this is a big anime because it has, like I said, 7 series. Now they're all they're all connected, and it's still the same character, but each series is a new story within the bigger story, and that's why they're separate series, but that are together. Say if you have the original series and then a sequel series Naruto and Boruto, but this is different because you still have Ash as the main character, but it is still in that sort of feel. So you have the first season where you have the introduction to Ash and his journey. Meets his friends Brock and Misty, both gym leaders. One specializing in water type, that's what Misty, and Brock being rock type. And his thing is that he goes on a journey because he wants to become the best breeder, and then eventually become a Pokemon doctor, as as indicated in the 4th series. So this is a very it is an anime meant for kids. The first series, although the first series, like I said, doesn't really necessarily have that aspect. It becomes more kid friendly as it goes on, but the first series has a lot of stuff in it that had episodes that were banned because of that unchild friendly stuff in it. For instance, James wearing fake boobs, and a lot of guns and stuff like that, pointed at Ash and everything like that. The guns thing I don't really mind. I thought it's definitely interesting, but it was bad enough to get banned. The first series is just totally messed up for several reasons. First of all, the writing isn't really all that good. The dubbing was bad in many ways. For reasons, for starters, it said that he was on a journey for an entire year, which doesn't make any sense in the context of the entire series, considering that if he was there for an entire year, he'd be 11, except for the fact that he's 10 the entire time throughout every single series. And the theory is that he never ages because he saw Ho, so when you see Ho, you're granted eternal happiness. But if you look at X and Y, we get introduced to a character named Serena, who's the same age as Ash. And we know in the backstory they actually met at camp. So if she just turned 10 in X and Y, and they're the same age, there's no way he could be eternally 10, or that several years went by in that aspect, because they have to be the same age. But other than that, several dubbing errors. Another one is the fact that Brock's mother was dead, but it directly came from his deadbeat father, who wasn't in the picture at the time. So it's like, does he really know everything? But that's my way of fixing that whole plot. But because reason why it's bad, because in the Japanese, his mother was not dead, and she actually appeared in the third series, I think it was. So it's like, what? So yeah, the dubbing was bad on that part. But yeah, just the dubbing, the writing was just bad. There's like so much bad with the first series. It's a lot of fun. I grew up with Pokemon, and so I enjoy it. I didn't grow up with the first series. That was more of my brother's time, but I've watched it several times, and that you just like, I like it, I love it, but that doesn't mean it's completely and utterly flawed. I watch a TV series not a TV series, I watch a YouTube series by a guy named Ace Trainer Liam, who has these does these videos of messed up moments of each episode of Pokemon, and he just goes through like just how bad certain parts of every episode is, but just to poke fun at it, because he loves Pokemon too in the series. I think that's the main part, is just really bad. Johto is the next. No, before that you have the Orange Islands, and that was pretty interesting. Before Alola, that's technically the only league he won. I mean, it's not really like an official league, and it has different aspects to it, but he did win that one. He didn't win the Indigo League. So I forgot to talk about more. Ash's goal is to become the ultimate Pokemon Master, so he has to go through each region. He has to go battle 8 gyms, and then he after that he will go into the Pokemon League and try to win that. And then there's always the Champion League, where you have to battle Elite Four and Champion. He's never been in the Pokemon League at the normal rate to even face any Elite Four and Champion. The first series, he was such bad Pokemon trainer that most of his badges he didn't get because he won a battle, mostly because he's pity. He got pitied on. Now some battles he did win near the end, but most of the badges he did not win. Also, there was a lot of filler between the end of the eighth gym leader and the Pokemon League, that he didn't battle at all. He didn't even train for the league, which is really weird considering this is a Pokemon battle. Also, some of the animation in the first season, like, I don't even like the animation of the first series through the second series, because it's not as good as the series went on. And a lot of other problems with the first series is because of banned episodes, and episodes being misplaced, as well as the Porygon episode causing seizures in Japan. That totally messed up the entire order of all the Pokemon episodes. So whenever you buy the Indigo League or anything on DVD, none of the episodes, or not just DVDs, but any website you watch Pokemon, all the episodes are just not in the right order because of everything that went wrong during the first series of Pokemon. I did write down, I've actually calculated which episode goes where. I might actually do a video on that eventually. I don't know, that's just my thing, but because of I figured out where each episode goes and stuff, so that you could actually properly watch. Obviously, you're gonna have to take out certain discs and stuff like that if you buy the series, so that's kind of a hassle. But other than that, if you want to watch Pokemon in the correct order, that's the best way you could do it. But the Orange Islands, like I said, and then his rival is Gary in the first series, but he he wasn't actually able to battle Gary in the league because Gary lost to someone else, but that's made up in the second series. But Gary was always, saying how Ash is trash and bad and all that stuff. But Ash actually went further than he did. And then you obviously have the Orange Islands, which is technically just the second season for the first series. And then you have Johto. So Misty and Brock are still traveling through him while they go to Johto, because Johto and Kanto are like right next to each other. And this time he's doing better. He got more interesting Pokemon. He's still and Ash's first Pokemon was Pikachu. I forgot to mention that. Pikachu is the Pokemon mascot. I can't believe I totally forgot that. But Ash was late to get get the 3 starters, Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Ivysaur, because he woke up late and he got Pikachu. And Pikachu wouldn't listen to him. Pikachu doesn't like to go on the Pokeball. It was a really bad situation, but then a situation happened where they were attacked by Spearow, and Pikachu got really badly injured, and then Ash decided, I'm going to protect Pikachu, so Spearow attacked me, and Pikachu saw his heart and realized that he's different and that I want to become his friend, and he attacks all the Spearow and stuff. And then obviously you have Team Rocket, who is the main villains of the series, trying to capture Pikachu as well as his other Pokemon and all Brock and all of the Pokemon. And they have to stuff, and they're more of just comic book relief, but they're so bad at their jobs. They're so annoying. I'm just tired of them. I wish they were written out of the Pokemon anime, but they keep going into every region Ash goes. But yeah, so the second season, Misty and Brock, he gets more interesting Pokemon. He actually wins Pokemon gyms. He went to the Pokemon League. He actually beat Gary there, so that's what made it up. But he lost to a guy with a Blaziken from the next region, Hoenn. But some of the interesting Pokemon he got a shiny Noctowl, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, and then you have the next series, the third series, which goes into Hoenn. Now Misty stopped traveling with him in the second series, because she goes back to actually take over the gym, because her 3 sisters were in control of the gym, but they don't want to do gym battles anymore, so Misty has to take it up. But Brock comes along the way, and then Ash meets May, who doesn't really like Pokemon and doesn't know what she wants to do as a Pokemon trainer, but she actually learns that she loves Pokemon contests, which was a new introduction into the games, where instead of necessary Pokemon battles, you have to show off your Pokemon moves in like a first round, and the second round it's a battle, but it's not in the same context as a Pokemon battle. It's about you lose points, or you try to take out the other Pokemon person's points, by showing off cool moves or dodging or stuff like that, and even move combinations, stuff like that. It's a very interesting concept. May learns that she loves doing that. Now her first Pokemon was a Torchic, which eventually evolves all the way up to a Blaziken, and then her brother Max comes along the way. Now he's like 7, I think it is, so he's not old enough to be a Pokemon trainer, because you have to be 10. And then Brock continues with his journey, and they go throughout. They even Ash is even better during this region. He goes pretty far in the Pokemon League, but still doesn't win. And then they go to back to Kanto, where he actually participates in the Battle Frontier. Brock still travels with him. May actually goes there to actually enter the Kanto Pokemon contest. So they're kind of like introducing, Pokemon contests were introduced into Hoenn. It's showing that Pokemon contests take place in the other regions that didn't previously, we didn't see that they have them, but they do have them and stuff. And then he actually wins the Battle Frontier, which you have to battle these Frontier Brains and stuff until you beat the last. And once you beat all of them, you can face the 7th one in the Battle Pyramid and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. Then the villains of the third series, you still have Team Rocket, but you have other villains they have to face, Team Magma and Team Aqua, who they want. Team Magma wants to increase the ground with Groudon, the legendary Pokemon Groudon, while the Aquas wants to increase the ocean with the legendary Pokemon Kyogre, and so that's the villains they have to defeat. Then you have Sinnoh, which is the next series Ash goes to, and he meets Dawn, whose mother was a Pokemon contest, who's into Pokemon contest, and she won the Grand Festival stuff, so she's a high tier person in I forgot what the title is for a Pokemon. I forgot what the what the title of that is. But also the name of a person who does the contest is called a coordinator. Or so that's another thing. So Dawn, that's her goal, is to become like her mom. Join the contest and stuff like that. And then Brock comes back, and that's kind of the main thing. Ash, battles the same 8 gym leaders, beats. Goes to the Pokemon League, and he gets pretty far actually this time, but he still loses. Now his main rival in Hoenn was what was his? I forgot. Who did he? Come on, why am I blanking? Sorry, I'm blanking on who the main protagonist, the other kind of rival that was in Hoenn. I can't remember offhand, but in the second series, the main rival was Paul, and he was like really mean. But he was actually able, and he could never beat Paul, but he was able to beat Paul in the Pokemon League. So there's that. But then he lost to Tobias, who had like a Darkrai, a Latios, and other things. So that, but pretty interesting. Now Brock learns that he a lot, like near the end of the series, there was an event where he had a Pokemon got poisoned on a boat because of Team Rocket messing around with Tentacruel, and Brock had to help them, able to live and not die from the poison. And this really puts him on the path to become a Pokemon doctor. And then he leaves. This is his out. This is his last series he is in. Then Ash goes into the next region in Unova, where he meets Iris, trying to be a Dragon Master, which they always kind of argue with each other. And then Silent, a gym leader who wants to become the best Pokemon connoisseur and stuff like that. And he's kind of a connoisseur for everything. Now this series, I love this series a lot. A lot of people hate this series because they find Iris annoying and everything, but I love this series, and for several reasons. It is my second full series. It's the second series, that I actually started watching Pokemon. I actually started with the fourth series, Diamond and Pearl, and then I went back to watch the previous ones. Now Diamond and Pearl is the fourth series. Hoenn's actually called the Advanced series. The first series, the Indigo League. Then the second series is called it's about the Johto journeys. It doesn't have a specific name because it just Johto for that. Alright, sorry to kind of cut me off there, but this video almost went to 40 minutes, which is a little bit longer than I thought, but there was a lot to talk about considering I'm talking about 7 series, a TV show, about averagely 3 seasons per series. So there was a lot to talk about, and that's why it went so long. So I decided that I'm going to split this into 2 parts, and yeah, so that's pretty much where we are at. I hope you guys enjoyed the first part. If you did, please leave a like. If you are new, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified from next upload. My YouTube channel, website link, my Twitter, my Snapchat, and Instagram are all in the description as always. And thank you. Goodbye.